Penny's not here. Penny's gone. Yep.
I made that picture for her.
Oh, where do you think she went?
Back to her home.
That's her home. Yeah. Do you think we should ask Mr. Mr. Lord, do you know where Penny is?
I don't know.
You don't know? How about Uncle Don and Grandma Ruth? Maybe she went there.
I haven't seen her.
Really?
No.
You know, I could kind of see this coming because remember last week when Penny wanted to call the police? And remember, you were very right on, Jack. You were spot on when you said they didn't break the law, so you can't do that. Well, what happened to Penny after that, and I know because I heard her, is she kept going over and over and over, not about the move, but about anything anybody had ever done before that time to make her upset. Like with Mr. Lord. She was remembering. She said, do you remember when Mr. Lord called me Kenny instead of Penny? And I said, Penny, forget it. And then she brought up the fact that I was supposed to have signed a permission slip for her to go on a field trip. I forgot, so she didn't get to go on the trip, and all the others did. So that happened 3 years ago. And so she kept bringing up all this stuff, anything anybody had done to make her feel sad, and now she's gone. So I'm not worried that she ran away. I don't think she would, but I think she's hiding someplace. So if you see her, will you tell me? All right. But you know what? I want to tell you something, and I think that this is very important for Penny to understand. And that is when she was feeling so desolate and so betrayed and so deserted, who did she want to call? Police. You know who she forgot to call on?
Jesus.
Yep. She forgot to pray. She was just so focused on her own little world, the person she should have gone to. Yes. And she completely left him out of the equation. So you know what happened? She decided she was going to figure it out on her own. And when she decided to figure it out on her own, she got into this whirlwind of all the things people have done wrong to Penny. And once you get caught up in that self-pity whirlwind, it's very hard to get out of it. So what do you think would have happened if instead of wanting to call the police, she called on Jesus? What do you think would have happened to Penny? Jack?
She would still be here.
I think she would. What do you think would happen to her? How do you think that she would consider her move?
She would feel spirited.
I think she'd feel spirited all right. Yeah, she usually does. Yeah. What were you going to say, Max?
I was just about to say what Jack said.
About the same thing? Yeah. Well, you know what? I think that probably if Penny had taken her problems, her heavy heart to God, if she had told Jesus about it, you know what I think? I think that she would have just kind of said, well, I don't know what the future will bring, but I know who's going to lead my future. And Penny knows that Jesus and God are always, always, always going to be with her. And she could trust them and say, just please take care of me and put me where you want me to be. Remember before she was talking about the children of veterans and she said, it's great to meet new people. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, well, that's what she said. And then we told her she was moving and she changed her tune. Yeah. So she could say, dear God, please help me to be open to the people I do meet, the new people. She could have prayed that and she'd be in a very different place. So let's take time ourselves for prayer. And again, if you do find Penny, let me know, okay? Okay, let's bow our heads in prayer. Oh God, we sing in church about taking our problems to you, and we sing what a friend we have in Jesus, but we don't act like we're friends if we don't go to you when we're in trouble or when we're sad. And so I would ask that you remind us to keep our hearts open, to share our pain with you, to believe that you can transform pain, you can change pain into something that's good. I hope, too, that you'll remind us that sometimes those circumstances that seem the harshest and the worst at that time turn out to be so very good in the long run. I pray for that kind of faith. And so, Lord, be with us today, and we give you thanks on this special Thanksgiving Sunday for the gift of life, your life within us. Amen.